ganz schön runtergeritten, mein Inventar. Hier auf zu Simon. Simon the Sorcerer. Simon the Archäologe ist Archäologe.
Time to visit the archaeologist site on Gozo.
Genau, das. Hier. Südosten sind die Dingy Cliffs. Unbedingt anschauen. Und nicht runterfallen.
The police are thankfully gone.
Dafür ist ein hübscher, schwarzer, sportlicher Wagen. Der könnte mir gefallen, doch. Schönes Coupé.
What a rocket.
Ich nehme beide. Den fürs Einkaufen und durchs Gelände, an denen, wenn ich mal Autobahn fahren muss. Und zum Spaß haben. Und natürlich die schwarze Tankkarte von... Keine Ahnung. Wo ist er denn? Knock, knock. Wahrscheinlich arbeiten.
The archaeologist is probably digging in the soil somewhere.
Okay.
Maybe I should look around the temple a bit more.
Wer ist das? A tourist. Female. Do you like it?
Very impressive. Amazing.
Yes, I think so too. These are not perfect cathedrals or palaces. This is a different type of beauty, austere and powerful.
Oh no, the cathedrals and palaces and alleys and forts are amazing too.
I see you fell in love with Malta.
I generally fell in love with Europe. One lifetime is not enough to see this incredible wealth of beauty.
American? Ich meine diese Vorurteile.
American?
Is it that obvious?
No, but your car is.
Not bad, is it? It goes up to 60 miles, 100 kilometers per hour in 4 seconds.
Impressive. I could show you some treasures of Malta.
Thank you, but I'm leaving today.
Pity. It's a feast for both the eyes and the soul. I know what I'm talking about. I'm an archaeologist.
An enviable profession. Congratulations.
Sure. And what do you do?
I'm
Was macht
a
die denn
headhunter.
so
Currently on
an?
vacation.
Vielleicht ist es eine
Have a safe
Lesbe.
trip home.
Thank
Das
you.
ist ja heute
Have a
alles
nice
ganz
day.
normal. Heute darf mal alles sein. Fast alles.
See ya.
Da ist er doch. Na, suchst du einen Ring? Na, wäre es nicht toll, wenn man hier einen Ring finden könnte?
How's the work going?
Oh, it's you again.
The police officer let me see the cave. No problems.
How on earth did you manage that?
All it took was a good word and a cup of coffee.
What, journalists carry coffee around just in case?
I'm not a journalist.
I had a hunch from the beginning. Why'd you lie?
And you? Why did you lie about the break-in? My name is Sylvie Leroux,
A relative of the professor's?
relative and pupil of the same professor whom you set up.
Set up? What do you mean?
You took this discovery away from him.
No, that's not true.
You wanted to take his glory, and as a result, both he and the discoveries went missing.
Calm down. You're insulting me now.
Didn't you take over for him?
The ministry offered this job to me. They didn't want Olivier anymore.
Why? Didn't you try to clear it up?
I did. First thing I did, in fact, was to visit the professor. We'd worked together before.
That's even more reason to consider the things you did unfair.
Your uncle didn't take too well to rational arguments. I'm sorry to say this, but it looked like the beginnings of a persecution complex.
You're just writing off whatever it was that was happening to him.
At first, I thought he was just an aging scientist growing bitter. Then I understood that there was really something bad brewing around this discovery.
You don't feel responsible for that?
What do you think? I'm hardly just an extra. I did contribute to the research of this discovery. I put my heart into it. And then, several days ago, all that was lost. I was beaten up and robbed of the most precious among all findings.
Now you know how my uncle felt.
Some guys milled around here earlier.
Would you recognize them?
No.
How were the stones stolen?
I was working on my computer. At one point, I heard a car in the parking lot, but I just went back to work. It wouldn't stop bugging me, though, so I went outside.
And you saw the thieves?
Yes, 2 of them. They were just passing by with the stones. They were masked. I started screaming, so one of them grabbed my throat from behind, and the other dealt me several blows.
Did they say anything?
No, I only heard one barked okay in some strange accent.
Did you see their car?
No, by the time I picked myself up, they were gone.
Do you suspect who they might be?
No, but I do hope they got what they wanted and will not return.
I understand.
I don't feel safe. I got the impression someone went through my trailer the other day.
Do you think they took my uncle with them?
I didn't see him with them.
Well, when was the last time you spoke to him?
We had a fight. He was furious with me.
Maybe they needed him to work on those stones.
I'm not convinced, although it is possible.
How valuable are those stones?
To an archaeologist? Immensely.
I know, I'm an archaeologist too. I even have my own theory as to those stones.
Really?
They are connected to an ancient artifact sought already in biblical times.
Wouldn't you know? The young'uns are quick to snatch up the news.
Well, I'm sure you have your own theory.
I can't risk one yet.
Maybe a collector is behind this.
No, as far as the arts market is concerned, the stones aren't all that interesting. If we learn the value of the inscriptions, their value in the eyes of the collectors might go up.
Maybe the thieves kidnapped my uncle in order to find the meaning behind those inscriptions. Maybe they constitute the true value of the stones.
It is a plausible explanation, but you can hardly expect me to put myself in the thieves' shoes.
I think I'll be saying goodbye then.
Believe me, I'm not the reason for these calamities. It must be something far greater than myself.
It's good that I was honest with him. Simon seems to be nice after all. I think I can trust him.
Ring, 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 ring.
Hello?
Anderson here. I've got a lead on those stones. I found out there's this art gallery owner in Istanbul who's sounding out the market, and not too subtly.
What does this mean?
Well, I imagine they're probably in possession of the stolen stones.
What's the address of this gallery?
It's Galatasaray 23. It's run by a woman called Fina Flateau. Do you want to go there?
Can you repeat? I can barely hear you.
Galatasaray 23.
Galatasaray 23.
3. Yes. You're not thinking of going there, are you?
This is the only lead we've got.
Look, this is not a joke. You're going to be dealing with thieves at best and someone vastly more dangerous at worst.
What? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Be careful. These stones have drawn the attention of some very powerful organizations.
I can't hear you. We'll talk later.
Ah ja. Die Türken stehen vor Wien. Sultan. Leck mich fett, der Dritte. Vielleicht haben die Malteser das von den Türken geklaut. Und die haben es von den Juden geklaut. In Jerusalem. Keine Ahnung. Vielleicht ist ja doch die Bundeslade. Es ist spannend. So. Von diesen vielen kleinen Löchern muss ich jetzt nur den richtigen finden, um den Ring da reinzustecken. Und zwar den 8., 9 3/4 von links oben rechts.
This won't work.
War irgendwie klar.
Another portal. Magnificent.
Magnificent. Frame. What's a frame? What frame? Why a frame? What for?
What an interesting construction.
Da muss ich irgendwas reinstellen und dann wahrscheinlich ein Laser und der zeigt mir dann genau das richtige Teil, wo ich den Ring reindrücken muss. Hab ich eine Ahnung? Kann ich mir den hier auch nochmal größer anschauen? Ja. Was ist das denn, komischer Knopf da? Und da vorne auch. Ist doch komisch, oder? Vielleicht ist das ein kleiner Magnet.
What a discovery. A signet ring with the Knights Hospitaller's coat of arms. Which century is it from? 17th? Perhaps even 16th?
Auch nach Istanbul. One eternity later. Kann ich nicht abkürzen? So eine Karte oder sowas? Ne, gibt's nicht. Wo geht's denn jetzt hin? Ah, das ist immer noch die Touristin. Hey Schnucki, Bock auf Istanbul. Muss ich dir zeigen, ist total interessant. Ich komme mit meinem Scooter da nicht hin.
Have a safe trip home.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Warum gammelt die da rum? Das hat doch irgendwie... Hier, du riechst nach Fisch.
Trial and error method, they say.
Was soll ich eigentlich mit dem Fisch? So, unter Lesben, du riechst nach Fisch, wasch dich mal. Hm? Ja, okay. Und ist nochmal was Neues? Nope. Vielleicht soll ich mir das Auto ausborgen.
Wow, what a rocket.
In Dingley Cliffs gab es auch sowas. Aber das war dann eher so ein Observatorium und da stand irgendwie Private. Kann man nicht ran. Soll ich jetzt echt mit dem nach Istanbul fahren oder was? Da muss ich mir ein Ticket kaufen.
Galatasaray 23. Visiting Mrs. Plateau in Istanbul can help clear things up.
Aha, das ist der Flughafen. Ja, das sind ein paar Kilometer. Istanbul!
Just in case, I emptied my pockets before the search at the airport. But I felt embarrassed while getting rid of this fish in public.
Ich war noch nicht in Istanbul. Hab ich eigentlich was verpasst? Obwohl, ich weiß nicht, vielleicht ist es ja auch groß und dreckig. Eine Großstadt. Hat bestimmt eine schöne Altstadt dann so. Weiß ich nicht. Berlin ist auch Großstadt. Ja, auch schöne Ecken. Interessante Ecken. Oder München. Oder Hamburg. Rikscha-Fahrer. Wann ist denn das? Die haben doch inzwischen auch Taxis. Die sind doch hier nicht in Indien. Deine Kette ist kaputt.
I honestly thought that rickshaw was going to fall apart.
It'll manage your weight. Although I was angling for some big fish.
Like wealthy customers?
Do take note that a wealthy customer is never a skinny one. A true boss barely fits in here.
A skinny one won't let you earn?
A skinny one is skint. He'll be a helper or an errand boy for the fat one.
What about skinny bosses?
Only a fat one can truly enjoy life and spend with a grand gesture.
Doesn't a true boss prefer to take a cab?
Sometimes. But there are also those who aren't afraid of the streets. No better place than a rickshaw to observe the lives of regular folk.
Have you seen this elderly gentleman recently?
What? A tourist got separated from his group?
Something like that.
Alzheimer isn't a good tour guide.
That's not the case. Anyway, have you seen him?
Not today.
What about earlier?
He doesn't look rich. Family?
Yes.
Sorry, but no.
Oh well.
But I'll ask around.
Bakshish.
Soon as I know something, I'll pass it on.
Sure, let me know.
Bakshish. Möchte Bakshish, der Mann.
It won't be nice if I don't fix the rickshaw now.
Kriegst du einen Fisch? Du wolltest doch einen großen Fisch. Hast einen großen Fisch an der Angel. Okay, hier Perserteppiche. Ein wie Stereotyp, oder? Perserteppige Richer. So stellen wir uns. Wir hatten das eigentlich geschrieben, das Spiel. Amis? So stellen wir uns Istanbul vor. Art Gallery. County Art. Courtyard. Rikscha. Guck doch mal hinten rein, in den Hinterhof.
This car is in the way.
Was ist denn das für ein Türsteher?
What's behind this door?
Private property. You can't enter.
Will you show me your biceps?
Can't now. Maybe when I'm off?
And when are you off?
In about 2 hours.
I don't feel like waiting that long.
Take a walk around town. See some sights.
This courtyard isn't very interesting.
Go and see the old town.
Genau, wir gucken uns die Altstadt an. Warte mal, da war was. Ein Poker. Wir spielen Poker. Poking Stick. Ah, cool. Damit kann ich irgendwas irgendwo auffischen. Da kann man im Feuer rumpoken. Stochern. Ein Stocherer-Eisen. Is 23?
Here's the famous gallery that no collector can miss. Here's the famous gallery that no collector can miss.
Okay.
This gallery is famous even on Malta.
Trader. Gucken wir mal rein in die Galerie, wenn die mal offen hat.
The gallery's quite something.
Lanzen.
17th century military insignia.
Do not touch the exhibits.
No, 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 ich nix dodgen.
Is it hard work, guarding so many precious things?
The things are not the problem. They're not going to take off all on their own. You have to watch the people who hang around here.
I'll be hanging around. Plenty for you to do.
I won't lose my head, but it sure is nice to look.
'12th century Persian pottery? I kind of wonder if it's not made in China.
Also bitteschön.
What a beautiful piece of a 15th century armorer's craftsmanship. What a beautiful piece of a 15th century armorer's craftsmanship. I like the ornament on this 16th century vase. These exhibits have no prices. They must be priceless. A perfect copy of a Ludwig Deutsch painting. A delicate Fabergé-style piece.
Aber nur Style.
If the stones are hidden here, they must be at the back. I have to use some trick to get in there. You sell really pretty things here.
Careful, don't touch. These aren't some plastic flower pots from a supermarket.
May I take a look at these works of art?
This is no flea market, girl. You looking to buy something?
No, my uncle has plenty of those at home.
Really?
It's others who buy from him.
I know nearly all art dealers along the Mediterranean coast.
I could swear I saw
What's his area of expertise?
antiquity.
I love ancient things.
He says the same.
It's this divine sense of proportion, a strength of form, confident power, and utter calm. Naked men wrestling, immortalized in a sculpture which embodies harmony and pathos. Even my security guards resemble heroes of ancient times, although the badly tailored suits aren't doing them any favors.
My uncle is not so young anymore, and he doesn't like to travel.
Pity.
Sometimes, when friends or even strangers kidnap him to go to a symposium or some such, he says he'd pay any kind of money just to get back home.
Prerogatives of an advanced age, but this is what young girls are for. So you can send them on errands while you stay home, right?
You think he's at home?
That's what you said.
I wish.
Now I don't understand anything. Did you close the door properly?
Yes.
The stench from the port is getting in again.
My uncle is preparing his collection for sale.
What is it exactly?
Oh, it's quite impressive. Actually, 1,000 pieces or so.
1,000? Where does he keep them?
Well, you'd have to hurry. He's sending them off to Germany.
How is it possible that I don't know about this?
The demand is so high over there. A friend of ours ships them off before the paint even dries.
He's painting them? That's a crime.
No, our friend's customers are really fond of pre-war garden gnomes painted in bright colors.
Garden gnomes?
They would fit in beautifully with this modern art.
Is this girl a complete dimwit or a visionary?
What can you tell me about the signet ring?
Let me take a look. A Maltese cross. Rather pretty. Where did you get it?
Can you say when it was made?
Leave it with me. I'll have an expert examine it.
Today?
I'll ask him. I'm sure he'd like to know who the previous owner was.
I'll think about that.
Of course, this will cost a bit, but I can buy it straight off without any evaluation.
How much?
100 euros?
Thank you, but I think that's nowhere near enough.
That may be so, but I have to count in the possibility of it being a fake. I'll still have to pay the expert.
Well, I won't be disturbing those masterpieces any longer.
Yes. Have fun sorting fish at the port.
If the stones are hidden here, they must be at the back. I have to use some trick to get in there.
Schau, ein Fisch.
Trial and error method, they say.
Ja, genau.
Well, I won't be disturbing the...
Yes.
I'll be hanging around.
Oh,
Pokey pokey.
No can do.
Pokey pokey. Das wird nix.
This won't work.
Okay, hier komme ich erstmal nicht weiter. Vielleicht muss ich seinen Kumpel da irgendwie von hinten. Hey, Trader Joe. Wo steht da? Kannst nicht lesen.
How's business going?
Just look, empty crates. All the merchandise is gone.
The gallery folks don't do so well?
I know nothing about that kind of business. They don't have many customers, and when they do, he leaves the place robbed to his underpants.
Have you seen a bearded, elderly gentleman in the gallery?
I do not think so. Besides, when I am behind the counter, I don't have time to check up on what is happening on the other side of the road.
What's that smell?
Tobacco. I have many kinds.
Very aromatic. So you sell tobacco?
I sell pipes and smoking accessories.
Well, I don't think a pipe would suit me.
What about a hookah?
No, that's a different story.
Quite so.
Jeanette and me sprawled on the sofa and puffing on a hookah? Fantastic.
So, I've got the best.
Was ist das, eine Wasserpfeife oder was?
No, not this time.
I am expecting a delivery of new hookahs. Beautiful babies. They can function as ornaments too.
I'd love to take a look at them when they arrive.
You won't regret it.
Knapp, voller nichts Gas. Leck mich doch.
If this car made a flash